In the latest season of Sister Wives, tensions reached a peak during the reunion episodes, especially in the one-on-one interviews with Kody Brown and Robyn Brown. Fans were quick to notice their hesitancy to address certain flashback clips and answer direct questions. However, much of the attention shifted to host Suki Krishnan, who viewers praised for her direct approach and refusal to let difficult topics slide. Robyn reacts to untouchable label. One standout moment occurred when Robyn was referred to by Janelle as having a special status in the family dynamic, someone others were hesitant to question or critique. Janelle implied that Kody would often react strongly if anyone brought up Robyn in a critical way. Robyn responded with a dismissive tone and some humor, stating she didn't understand the term and brushing off the implication of favoritism. When asked about whether Kody was more receptive to her thoughts compared to the other former wives, Robyn acknowledged that she felt free to speak her mind with him. But when Suki pointed out that this was something others wanted as well, Robyn largely avoided offering a deeper response. This left fans frustrated, while also admiring Suki for continuing to push the conversation forward. Kody confronted over family breakdown. Viewers also took note of how Suki challenged Kody directly regarding his role in the family's unraveling. She no longer allowed him to dominate conversations or avoid accountability. At one point, when he refused to watch a particular clip, she insisted, and even joked about his reactions when he became visibly uncomfortable. Her comparison of his behavior to someone avoiding responsibility resonated strongly with longtime fans, many of whom took to social media to express their support. Old wounds and the Kody Pass dispute. As the reunion moved toward unresolved family issues, including the fate of the shared Kody Pass property, emotions flared again. Kody admitted to withholding information from Janelle, citing a lack of trust. Janelle, in turn, described this as another sign of Kody's unwillingness to treat others equally. Mary chimed in, suggesting that the land situation revealed a deeper problem, a complete breakdown of trust. Tensions rise with mention of past conflicts. When the reunion revisited Kody's interactions with David Woolley, Christine's husband, viewers noted an odd moment when Kody joked about the idea of taking a trip with him. The remark, vaguely worded, sparked curiosity and some confusion. While many fans debated the intent behind the comment, most agreed that it highlighted Kody's tendency to stir tension rather than resolve it. Audience reaction, from frustration to praise. Overall, fan response to the reunion was passionate. Many viewers felt that the time for avoiding accountability was over. With a new production approach and a host willing to ask difficult questions, the reunion offered a refreshing shift. Rather than leaning into scripted comfort, it confronted the emotional complexities that have long simmered beneath the surface of the show. Looking ahead, can healing begin? As Sister Wives continues to unfold, viewers are left wondering whether the family members can ever rebuild what has been lost, or whether the recent revelations mark a permanent shift in their relationships. What's clear is that fans are no longer content with vague answers or evasive commentary. They want transparency, growth, and healing, and for the first time in a while, it seems the show is starting to reflect that demand. Season 19 tell-all reunion has sparked a firestorm of fan reactions, mostly due to the bold approach of host Suki Krishnan. Unlike in past seasons, Suki pushed Kody and Robyn Brown for answers, refusing to let them dodge questions or skip emotional flashback clips. Robyn dismisses special treatment claims. In a key moment, Janelle accused Robyn of being treated as untouchable by Kody. Robyn laughed off the label and claimed she had no idea what it meant. She denied that Kody favored her, even when Suki pointed out that Robyn was able to express herself in ways the others weren't. Fans weren't convinced and saw her reaction as evasive. Kody faces his past, and viewers love it. Kody, often defensive in past reunions, was finally held accountable. Suki challenged him directly about the family's breakdown, even insisting he watch uncomfortable clips. She called out his tendency to deflect and made light of his reactions, including comparing one to childish behavior, much to the viewer's delight. Tension over Kody Pass. The family's ongoing land dispute resurfaced. Kody admitted to keeping things from Janelle, saying he didn't trust her. Janelle and Mary both saw this as proof that trust had long been broken. The land, once a hopeful symbol for the family's future, now seems to represent division and betrayal. An odd moment raises eyebrows. One strange moment came when Kody made a vague remark about wanting to take a solo trip with Christine's husband, David. The wording of his offhand thought was unclear and sparked online speculation. While fans debated the meaning, most agreed it was another example of Kody stirring the pot. A turning point for the series? Fans applauded the new tone of the reunion, more direct, less sugar-coated. The shift in the show's tone, possibly due to changes behind the scenes, allowed real issues to come to light. And with Suki in control, many felt this was the most honest and engaging reunion yet. Looking ahead. As more episodes air, fans are hoping for real reflection, not just deflection. The reunion made one thing clear: the era of avoiding accountability might finally be over. Season 19 of Sister Wives has reached a boiling point, and the highly anticipated tell-all special delivered the intensity fans were waiting for. While Kody and Robyn Brown tried to avoid difficult questions and skip emotional flashbacks, hosts Suki Krishnan refused to let them off the hook. The result? A reunion filled with tension, uncomfortable truths, and viral moments that fans can't stop discussing. Robyn Brown responds to untouchable label. One of the most talked about moments came when Janelle Brown accused Robyn of being treated like she was above critique within the family. She said that Kody would become visibly upset if anyone tried to discuss Robyn critically, suggesting that she was held to a different standard. Robyn's response? A smirk, a joke, and a repeated claim that she didn't understand the term. She denied there was any favoritism from Kody and insisted that their relationship wasn't special compared to his others. However, her ability to speak freely to Kody, something her sister wives struggled with, didn't go unnoticed. When Suki pointed this out, Robyn continued to distance herself from the topic, which only frustrated viewers more. Kody Brown put on the spot: no more dodging. In previous reunions, Kody has often dominated the conversation or sidestepped accountability. Not this time. Suki directly challenged him to face his past behavior, even making him watch clips he visibly didn't want to see. At one point, she lightly teased him for acting childishly, which fans instantly applauded online. One fan summed up the mood perfectly: finally, someone who won't let him rewrite history. Suki's demeanor remained calm, but her persistence made it clear this was no longer about preserving image. It was about answering the hard questions. Coyote Pass conflict reignites. Another key storyline in the tell-all was the unresolved battle over Coyote Pass, the family's shared property. Kody admitted that he didn't trust Janelle enough to be honest with her about certain aspects of the land situation. That revelation stunned many. Janelle responded by calling out the lack of trust across the entire family, while Mary viewed the situation as symbolic of the fractured relationships. What was once meant to be a fresh start for the family now feels like the final nail in the coffin. Unusual comment sparks online curiosity. One of the more unusual moments came when Kody spoke about Christine's new husband, David Woolley. He mentioned that after a friendly interaction, he briefly considered the idea of the two of them going on a guy's trip. He followed that with a cryptic comment about having a strange or offbeat thought about it. Though his meaning was unclear, the way he phrased it sparked widespread speculation online. Many fans debated whether he was trying to provoke Christine or just being deliberately vague. Either way, the moment added another layer of confusion to an already intense reunion. A new era for the series? The reunion marked a significant shift in tone. Gone were the carefully edited, conflict-avoidant segments of previous years. Instead, fans got candid dialogue, real tension, and a host who wasn't afraid to press for the truth. Many longtime watchers believe the change is due to a shakeup behind the scenes. With different production choices and a new willingness to show uncomfortable realities, Sister Wives may finally be moving into a more transparent era. What comes next? As Part 3 of the tell-all approaches, fans are eager to see how the family continues to confront their past. With emotions running high and trust at an all-time low, the question remains: can healing actually happen, or has the damage been done for good? One thing's for certain: viewers aren't settling for surface-level answers anymore. They want honesty, growth, and accountability. And thanks to Suki's fearless hosting, they just might be getting a decade. Sister Wives has invited viewers into the world of Kody Brown and his plural family. Once a symbol of non-traditional togetherness, the family's foundation has eroded over time, now culminating in a dramatic season 19 tell-all that's redefining the entire narrative. What was marketed as a reunion became something much more, an unfiltered confrontation with truths long buried, favoritism long denied, and emotional pain too potent to hide. But at the center of this reckoning stood someone unexpected, not Kody, not Robyn, but host Suki Krishnan, whose calm persistence and journalistic integrity changed the tone of the series entirely. A smirk heard round the internet. The tension reached a peak when Janelle Brown made a pointed remark that struck a nerve with the audience and Robyn. She said, bluntly, that Robyn had always been treated like the sacred cow of the family, a figure who couldn't be criticized without causing serious backlash. It was a powerful metaphor that resonated instantly. But Robyn's response? A sarcastic smirk, a dismissive sound, and a claim that she didn't know what the term meant. Fans were stunned, not just by the lack of introspection, but by how openly Robyn brushed off a deeply emotional point. Rather than offering reflection or empathy, she shrugged, denied that Kody favored her, and said she had never felt above the others. But when Suki followed up, asking why Robyn had the freedom to speak candidly to Kody while others felt silenced, Robyn had no meaningful answer, just a repeated refrain of "I don't know." It was the kind of moment that exposed years of unspoken tension and validated what many viewers had suspected all along, that emotional equality in the family had never been truly balanced. Kody cornered, from authority to accountability. Meanwhile, Kody Brown, once the dominant voice in the family's story, found himself cornered by a host unwilling to let him deflect. In past reunions, Kody's strategy had been simple: talk over questions, deflect blame, and control the narrative. This time, that approach failed. Suki challenged him directly, especially when he tried to avoid watching old footage. "We're going to watch it," she said firmly, as Kody visibly tensed. At one point, when he attempted to minimize his past actions or shift blame, she lightly but sharply said, "You're acting like a child right now." The internet lit up with praise. Fans called it the most satisfying moment in years. Others posted side-by-side images of Kody growing red-faced while denying he was embarrassed. It became a real-time case study in avoidance, self-deception, and the uncomfortable process of facing your own reflection. Coyote Pass, a symbol of betrayal. Among the practical issues still unresolved is Coyote Pass, the large parcel of land the Browns hoped to build their family compound on. What was once a vision for unity has become a battleground. During the tell-all, Kody admitted he didn't trust Janelle enough to be honest with her about decisions related to the land. Janelle responded with open disappointment, saying it highlighted the very reasons their relationship deteriorated. Mary echoed that sentiment, saying the land had come to represent mistrust, not hope. For viewers, the Coyote Pass situation wasn't just about real estate, it was a metaphor for the fractured trust that now defines the Brown family. The dream they once sold to America is now dust in the desert. The comment that sparked a firestorm. One of the most puzzling and widely discussed moments came when Kody mentioned David Woolley, Christine's new husband, and described having a weird thought about the two of them going on a trip together. The comment was vague but oddly phrased, and fans immediately jumped online to try to interpret what he meant. While no inappropriate language was used, the phrasing was ambiguous enough to spark rampant speculation. Was it meant to provoke Christine? Was it a joke that didn't land? Or was it something else entirely? Kody didn't elaborate, and David simply responded that any trip between the two would need some clear ground rules. Whatever the truth, the moment fed into the reunion's larger theme, that nothing is quite as it seems, and viewers are tired of veiled half-truths. The host who changed everything. What truly set this reunion apart, though, wasn't just the drama. It was the tone. And that came entirely from Suki. Gone was the tiptoeing, the protectiveness that seemed to surround Kody in previous seasons. With a new production team rumored to be more impartial, Suki was given the space to press for honesty, and she delivered. She asked hard questions. She didn't let answers drift off into platitudes. And when someone tried to hijack the conversation, she gently but firmly brought it back. It wasn't about gotcha journalism, it was about truth. The result? A reunion that felt like the first real moment of accountability in the series' long history. Where do they go from here? As the tell-all concludes, fans are left wondering, can any real healing happen from here? The romantic ties between Kody and his former wives are largely severed, but the emotional damage lingers. Trust has been broken. Unity, once a cornerstone of their lifestyle, now feels like a memory. And Robyn and Kody, still together, appear increasingly isolated from the family they once helped lead. The audience, once curious observers, have become active critics, demanding honesty, growth, and resolution. They no longer want entertainment from surface-level drama. They want to see transformation. Or, at the very least, acknowledgement. A turning point for a cultural phenomenon. Once celebrated as a groundbreaking series on alternative family structures, Sister Wives now stands at a crossroads. The narrative has shifted from shared vision to shattered trust. The emotional stakes are higher than ever. And if the tell-all proved anything, it's this: the era of scripted unity is over. The age of accountability has begun.